back, Loyola, to this special edition of The Echo. I'm Caitlin Higgins.
And I'm Ryan Garvin. On this final episode of the semester, we'll tell you everything you need to know about what's going on around campus, in Baltimore, and all over the nation. So thanks for joining us today.
Students are counting down the days until Christmas break, and one campus tradition to celebrate the holiday spirit involves a meaningful message. This year will mark Loyola's 23rd annual Festival of Lessons and Carols in the Alumni Memorial Chapel on Friday, December 5th, 9th at 5 p.m.
That's right. This candlelit service will celebrate the Advent Christmas season through song, music, and scripture readings. The Loyola University Chapel Choir and guest artists will be performing seasonal music in a broad range of musical styles and traditions.
That's right, and as we mentioned last week on The Echo, during the service, gifts will be presented to representatives from local agencies to be given to children in the Baltimore area. It's all part of the Presents for Christmas service project, and another wonderful way to get into the holiday spirit of giving. Anyone wanting to participate can fill out the online form at www.loyola.edu/presents, or you can contact CCSJ for more information.
So don't miss out on this free and very special and very festive event. Keep the tradition going, Loyola.
To keep up with the spirit of giving, Loyola has also been a longtime contributor to the Viva House food bag collection. The Viva House, a Catholic worker house in Baltimore, distributes food to families experiencing poverty in local neighborhoods. The program asks the Loyola community to participate by donating what food items it can. It's a great way to give back to the community. For a list of the items needed, or if you have any questions, contact Christina Garvey at vivasc@loyola.edu or Margarita Duvac at mduvac@loyola.edu.
As the holiday break approaches and events pick up around and off campus, it's always important to stay safe and know your surroundings. Reporter Victoria Raynon has some tips to keep safe on campus.
Hi, this is Victoria Raynon, reporting for The Echo. The Public Safety Department and Campus Police, often referred to by students as LOPO, strives to ensure safety on campus, maintain order, preserve the peace, promote individual responsibility for preventing crime, lower the opportunity for crime and disorder, reduce fear, and provide a sense of security for the Loyola community.
We always try and suggest to folks that traveling in groups, try to stay off your phones, keep your earbuds out of your ears so that you understand what situationally is happening around you. And those are things that you do, every student should try and do proactively to try and avoid someone getting up real close to you.
Now the question is, do you feel safe on Loyola's campus? This has been Victoria Raynon, reporting for The Echo. Now, back to the studio.
Thanks, Victoria. I think we can always learn something more about how we can keep our campus safe. On that note, we'll be back after this quick break with some of the biggest stories on national and as well as world news.
ATMs can be a great resource when it comes to accessing your money. Here are a few tips that can help make sure your transactions are quick, safe, and easy. Before you approach an ATM, have your ATM card out and ready so that your transaction goes smoothly. Try to avoid using ATM machines that exist in dim light. That way you know all of your surroundings. Lastly, if you see any suspicious activity or feel uncomfortable for any reason, simply leave and find a new location where you feel more comfortable. These few simple tips can help keep you and your money out of danger.
We're back here at The Echo with some national news that has reached even our own campus.
That's right, Caitlin. Occupy Wall Street, Baltimore? Now Occupy Loyola. Reporter Molly Coffey is on the quad with the stunning information.
Hey Loyola, Molly Coffey here reporting for The Echo. I'm out on the quad today where Occupy Wall Street has turned into Occupy Loyola. For those that don't know what Occupy Wall Street is, it is a series of ongoing demonstrations in New York City's financial district. It was first started by the Canadian activist group Adbusters. The demonstrators are mainly protesting social and economic inequality, corporate greed, government corruption and influence, and lobbyists.
So I think the goal for Occupy Loyola, as we discussed as a group in the General Assembly meeting we just had, is to spread awareness about the Occupy movements and discuss specifically how it can apply at Loyola. I think Occupy Wall Street affects me personally in that it's created many other different segments and movements. I've been down to Occupy Baltimore, and I think a lot of their A lot of their beliefs and a lot of their grievances are very legitimate and very, very concerning.
Well, I went up to Occupy Wall Street about a month ago, and there were thousands of people up there. About probably 200 to 300 people were actually sleeping on Wall Street, and I slept there. And the kind of community that was up there was absolutely incredible. It was just a wonderful experience, and it's really given me a lot of passion for this movement.
Occupy Wall Street has extended across the country, even right here in Baltimore, as well as Loyola.
I think that it was kind of a matter of time before something like this happened. I think for me the most interesting part about it was that I thought society was pretty much geared towards the Wall Street perspective, and so I think it's just interesting to bring light to other aspects of society.
Well, you heard it right here on the Quad. Hopefully compromise will be reached in the government and these protests will end soon.
Thanks, Molly. You've just heard about the Occupy movement from those around campus. We thought it was important to send some of our news crew to hear from those participating in Occupy Baltimore firsthand. Reporter Brianna Berg has the details from the Inner Harbor.
This is Brianna Berg reporting for the Echo in downtown Baltimore. Behind me you can see all the protesters for Occupy Baltimore, just one other city participating in the Occupy Wall Street movement in Zuccotti Park in New York City. The protesters have been here for about a month and don't plan on leaving anytime soon. We were able to talk to some protesters about why they feel so passionate about this movement. Jenny Gang, a protester, gave us her thoughts on why she is so involved in the movement that's taking the country by storm.
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of giving up on one of my internships to spend more time here. I think that this is like the defining social movement of our time. It may not be perfect, but it's what we have right now. There's power here that needs to be harnessed, and I want to, throw my full weight behind that.
Another participant in Occupy Baltimore shared her thoughts on why the movement is so important to our country.
It's grown pretty much overnight, gradually, and we've gotten a lot more people back and new faces and some old faces that haven't been here in a while.
And demonstrator Marcus Clary said that the movement is a revolution.
There's a major change that needs to happen. There's many views on what that change needs to be, but this is the time that the whole world is about to change.
With the weather getting colder, the protesters don't seem worried about the dropping temperatures. Thanks to donations from members of the community, the protesters seem to have everything they need. So far, police response in the area has been supportive. This has been Brianna Berg for The Echo. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Brianna. There's more news to tell you what's happening off campus as well. In political news, presidential candidate Herman Cain has dropped out of the race for the Republican presidential nomination. He told reporters he was suspending his campaign because of the continued distraction it received lately from multiple scandals. Cain's campaign had become even rockier when an Atlanta woman claimed to have had an affair with Cain for over a decade.
In world news, new violence in Syria killed at least 23 people last Sunday. The United Nations estimates that more than 4,000 people have died since the uprising against President Bashar al-Assad in mid-March. The Syrian government continues to face a revolutionary wave of demonstrations and protests and has been suspended from the Arab League. Syria also condemned a UN vote on rights violations by the country's security forces as unjust, saying it was based on false information from the regime's opponents.
One particular group working towards ending violence in the world can be found right here on our own campus. Loyola Congo for Women is a group dedicated to raising awareness of issues going on in the Congo. Recently, the group hosted the Falling Whistles Tour, a campaign towards ending war within the Congo. The event included music, videos, and presentations in order to spread awareness of the children soldiers fighting within Africa. For more information, visit their Facebook page under Falling Whistles.
Well, the winter sports season at Loyola is off and running. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, Lauren Bano has all the details.
Hey Greyhounds, I'm Lauren Bano with your Loyola Sports Update. The men's basketball team has continued their win streak to 6 games. The turnout was incredible at Reitz Arena for the game against Marist. The men snapped a 5-game losing streak in MAC openers as they beat Marist 76-63. The men are now in the midst of a 6-game road stance. Their first was against Siena. Dylan Cormier led all players with a career-high 22 points in the win against the Saints. Cormier was the difference maker in the game as the Hounds won 66-59. The men will play their next game at George Washington on December 7th. In women's basketball news, the Lady Hounds are now 3-3, extending their win streak to 2 games. The win against Army not only improved the women's record, but also gave Coach Joe Logan his 99th career victory. Loyola had 4 players reach double-digit scoring for the first time since March 4th. Senior Miriam McKenzie had a high 18 points in the win. The Lady Hounds will play Lehigh and Mount St. Mary's in their next 2 games. Well, that's all for this Loyola Sports Update. Now back to Caitlin and Ryan.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, to end this episode of The Echo, we thought we'd tell you more about a certain interesting food truck that's been spotted on our own campus. Maureen O'Donoghue has more on the story.
Hi, my name's Maureen O'Donoghue, reporting for The Echo, Loyola's news television network. We're here today in front of the Creperie Braised Truck, a traveling crepe truck that visits locations throughout Baltimore. For the past year, the traveling crepe truck has been serving French authentic lunch and dessert crepes. Mike, what kind of crepe did you get today?
I got the Breton, which is sausage with goat cheese, and I also got a Girl Scout. I forgot the exact name, but a Girl Scout one that has marshmallow, chocolate chips, and graham crackers.
And have you come to the crepe truck before?
This is my very first time.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. Do you think you're going to like it?
Yeah, it smells awesome.
And do you think a traveling crepe truck is a good idea?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these trucks add a lot to the food culture of any city, so Baltimore is past due for getting them.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Now I'm ready to enjoy my crepe. You should do the same by visiting the Creperie Braised Truck outside of Jenkins parking lot next Tuesday. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Maureen. Wow, those look good. I think I might go get one after the show. What about you, Caitlin?
You're right, Ryan. Those look amazing. I think I'm going to have to try that Girl Scout crepe. Looks awesome. Well, that wraps up the end of our show and the end of this semester's Echo. Thanks for watching with us every week, and stay tuned for next year's weekly airing of the Echo. I hope all of you watching have a fun and safe winter break, and for the last time, I'm Caitlin Higgins.
And for the last time, I'm Ryan Garvin. Happy holidays, Loyola.
And Merry Christmas.